welcome back to another episode of my Endwalker MSQ series. It's still weird saying that Endwalker MSQ series. We're finally on the final expansion. I promise I won't keep saying Endwalker MSQ series, but it's still so surreal to me that we're finally here. But anyway, I'm getting my feet a little bit wet since I'm on the beach right next to the old elephant village over here. I've got to gather some information from them about why they're being kidnapped and being taken to this here tower over there. So yeah, that's our plan now. We've also got to get some aether currents and also a little bit of goes to do that plus quest. But I think I'm going to save that until we finish this area. So yeah, look out for that in the future. But for now, let us continue and talk to some of the people in Akiali and gather some information. We're quite good at that now, I think. Hello, Conga, Mr. Elephant Man. You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. Oh. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusia, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Murga, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Wow, this is a problem then. If you have this many gods you worship, then does that mean we're going to have to deal with quite a lot, I assume? Together they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stem and are temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings we strive to be better people and live better lives. So they worship different gods, and those gods have different personalities, I guess. Interesting. What you found out about this place over Young Jay? Familiar though I am with the myth and legends of this island, to hear them spoken by heirs of this storied heritage giveth them new life. Yeah, I agree. Sure, I can catch a few fish if I take the boat out, but I've got nothing to sell them, and even though I do what I can to preserve them, all they end up doing is filling up my storehouse instead of filling up my pockets. Yeah. Well, I think luckily, my recording's going to be very smooth because I think I ended part 2 anyway, in the night sky, so it's good that we also have that here now. So far, I haven't had very good weather here, but I kind of like it as a, you know, like weather foreshadowing. Like, it's called prophetic fallacy in books when you use weather to, like describe a certain emotion happening in the scene. Well, for example, if you're sad, it may be raining. And that's the way to tell the audience that there is an emotion going on right now. Welcome to our village, traveller. Is there anything I can help you with? Yeah, why is it not sunny here? I wanted to come to a nice beach place, and I've been thoroughly disappointed. Who are you? Who are you? I'm a fisher, and a good one at that. I'll reel you in the biggest catch from the open sea, or something smaller like the shore if you prefer. Your choice. Now, if only I was as skilled with a rudder as I am with a net. Some days I find myself so far from shore that I miss the morning rush at the bazaar. Ah, yeah, I also take my hand in a little bit of fishing in this game. What is this place? This is the fishing village of Akiali. You can think of it as the Fisher's Yedlamad, which is perhaps not such a helpful analogy for foreigners. Of course, we've had a few merchants coming to Everport since that horrible tower appeared, not to mention the kidnapping. Oh. Yeah, it's certainly not good right now with the whole tower thing. I mean, it sounds like these people are having a time with the in Favno right now. Has Vader? Vader? Interested in learning about our gods, you say? That's what I like to hear. Pick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, when Manusia and the Murga, deities who look like men and beasts, respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually seeking out the wisdom of Manasur, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, Manasur converted the might of the Murga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. This was born new gods, possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, and as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusa have worn animal faces and emerged the limbs of men. Ah, lovely. I too decorate myself with the limbs of people and legs to represent myself as a god, I guess. No, it's interesting to see how the lore of these places. I mean, the Azim Step was so interesting because of the background information and how they worshipped certain things like the moon and the sun. So, yeah, I'm enjoying this. There you are. Learn... What? How am I supposed to be fishing with blasted creatures about? Oh, that's fate. I'm not doing that, though. There you are. Learn a thing or two about our gods, I trust. Yes, I did. While you were off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Okay. So yeah, they worship meat gods, beasts and men. It's quite cool. I like it a lot. Oh, here comes John Elephant. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Oh, it's not there. Has it been stolen? Oh no, he's got it. Is it a good excuse to find out some lore about this place? Oh wow. They are Manusa. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. I like the one on the right, it's very dapper. The centre one is the eldest. Oh, I apologise for my butchering of these names so far, and I think it's gonna continue. Cinder Uva, a goddess of wisdom. For this alchemist hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sandaruva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Minda Uva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the craft and is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. The more you know. In like fashion to the Manusa, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. What's the Murga, if I may ask? The Murga hold power over nature. In ages past they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temple of ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Yaga head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arcasadoa. And then there are dragons. Oh, nice! They occupy a special place in our history. Okay, yeah, now Estinian's interested. You worship dragons too. It said that an ancestor of the satrap, that's the ruler of Vadsatan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if the satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. Oh yeah, it's a nice thing of Vanko to say. Right, I believe it's time we saw out Qua's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidana. According to Qua's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Yeah. Well, before I head over there, I am going to go grab some Aether Currents because I think there are some points, maybe here, no. So if you don't know how Endwalker works, I think I explained this before, but in Endwalker, unlike the previous expansions, there's 10 travelling Aether Currents to be defined, not 5. They increase the amount, or they decrease the amount after the expansion, comes out and another one comes out. So we're going to have to go look for those, but I'm going to grab this quest and then we're going to go on a little hunt, I think. The Great Work. Matsuya has a shine in his eyes that wasn't there before. Did you say you're going to see Nidana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding, and... Did I say she's beautiful? Ah, I could stare at her dainty eyes and adorable trunk all day, And those eyes. When you meet her, please take care you won't drown in them. I'll try my best not to. I'm not really an elephant lover, to be honest. It's probably a good thing. Right, okay, let's go look for these Aether currents, shall we? So there's one to the southeast, which is this way. Is on this like mountain formation? I don't think it is. Alright, there it is. Very sneaky game. Hiding it behind this mountain. So yeah, we're gonna have a little look for these near the locations we're going to. I'm not gonna be going too far off the beaten course, but only a little bit. To the northeast. I don't think that's close enough to where. Have a look, see if we can get there, but I don't think that's in this area we can currently access. They're very clever about how they, like, you know, separate these areas. Like this, for example, this is a whole different place, and it's separated quite nicely. I'm curious what the story is going to unfold here is, because it doesn't really feel connected to the main story, but I kind of like that. I like this little side quest we're kind of on with the tower and this new culture. Reminds me a lot of the Azim Step. I think it's what they're kind of channeling right now. Right, north. I don't really want to jump down here. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, so we can't get this one yet then. Let's just make our way to the Great Work then, I guess, and see if we can get Aether current on the way there. It's very peaceful right now. I really enjoy it. And there's the moon up there. We'll be with you soon, John Moon. John Endwalker. Gonna get some moon cheese. That's the objective. Not, you know, stopping Zodiac. We can stop Zodiac anytime. But getting moon cheese from a place like that, that's an end goal. That's an end walker right there. That's an end worth walking. I hope someone says that in this game. I think our goal is an end worth walking. Oh. We gotta hear the Endwalker battle theme for a little bit. And as soon as it appeared, it's gone. I quite like it, actually. A little bit more than Ven Encounter, because Ven Encounter, while I like it a lot, it's a little bit loud when it appears, and it kind of takes you out of it a little bit. That's the east. I think that's also in the other areas. I don't think we're getting to that right now. Oh well. Let's just focus on getting to the Great Work while we wait then. Which has apparently got a friend of Kryle's here. Which is kind of cool. Right, here's everyone now. Oh. They dead. Oh, this isn't good at all. What the fuck happened here? If there was a battle, there's a conspicuous lack of blood. Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't render blood, to be fair, but if Justinian says it, then sure. In such manner did we find them. What could have befallen these people? Oh no. What in the world? Are they asleep? Oh, bro. Not dead though, are they? Hope not. Oh, they're okay.
What happened here?
Yeah, what did happen? Does that have something to do with the tower, I wonder?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Sleep then?
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
Everybody all towered by
I believe so.
FFXIV.
Whether it is by choice, it's another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests.
It's another aura.
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and long
Oh, look at this guy, he looks like me.
As you can see.
Yeah, he has a very long spear.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Huh? Is it like a ritual thing of them waking them up, I wonder?
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales?
Yeah, he joined scales apparently.
We have new scales?
Oh, now they're awake. They were just all lazy, I guess.
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I
Whoa,
have them
look at all
right
those
here.
fancy scales. Finally, we can work again.
Now I can continue my experiment.
Oh, I see.
Many thanks.
One for me.
So they didn't have anything to do, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
Okay.
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Oh. Wait, we can stop people becoming fools, I
Did I say
guess?
something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
We're here to, we were Kryle's friend. We're friends of Kryle, you know, the small elephant person.
Of course. You're the one Kryle sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I don't need a talisman, but that'll be actually good for the others.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
Good.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
This music's going ham in the
How did
background.
you acquire those scales?
Yeah, what dragon did you put them off?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
Okay, good. We don't want a bad thing to happen. It's like a lie detector. You better not be hurting some
You must be quite
dragons.
familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Oh no. Estelian! Don't freak out!
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Oh no.
I should like
Oh!
to draw a file or two, if so.
Oh no!
See here.
Estelian's gonna be killed!
I must insist that you visit.
He's gonna be dissected!
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
We're only doing a little pair. Wow. I guess that's
Oh,
one
dear,
way to
your
distract
poor
them.
companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
This little old rat looks like my son or something.
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Sure.
As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent a request to your mistress Kryle. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project.
Yeah.
But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results.
Makes
Come with
sense.
me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
I mean, if we were able to develop something that could, you know, stop primal influence, at least for a little bit, that would be insane. I mean, anyone can get close enough to deal with them. Even our friends and trials and stuff. Finally, we'll have actual people that can help us. Estelle, are you dead? Are you on the floor, like, just dissected? No, you're okay. There's a person? Oh, they're not. Okay, good. I think that was a retainer, actually, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there he goes. I mean, now we're in a whole new place and the sun is rising. It's lovely here. I love it. Before we do anything else... Wait, who is this? Oh, it's Alafel. Okay. I keep thinking it's an actual NPC, but NPCs have little names above their head, I think. Well, just regular people don't, because I turn it off to make the screen a lot quieter. And I want to keep it that way, I think, for the most part. But I'll talk to a few people in this village, why not? Only small vessels could fit in here. Better than nothing, I suppose, but they can only carry so much. Yeah. See, now I'm wondering if this is where the Beast Tribe is. The new one they added for Endwalker, because if you didn't know, they only just recently added the first Beast Tribe quest for Endwalker in 6.15, so I'm wondering if there is any of that around here. Maybe not, maybe so, I guess we'll find out. I cannot see that sinister looking spire while I'm working, but it isn't always there, lurking in the back of my mind. Why do you look so similar to me? I don't know how I feel about this. We look very similar. I could stand here and they wouldn't even know that. They would just think I'm also another NPC. Is this where the only Shishu it comes from? I wonder. That would be cool if it is. Hello. They say that horrible fiends have been sent flying out of the tower. I am preparing antidotes for the Radiant host in the event that some of them might be venomous. Also, I'm not doing that accent just to be respectful, I think. Pray me no mind. I am here that I may be of service, nothing more. Okay. Oh, for one of the days when I enjoyed such fervent adoration, but on this occasion I am glad to entrust the burden of popularity to Estinian. Ah. 'Tis said that shellfish is ideal for those who have suffered blood loss. Mayhap we should have acquired some from Matsya. Yeah. I mean, maybe there's somewhere we can get over a fear called like sickness whenever we travel that way, but... Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Our Crown herself is tied up with another investigation, so it requires an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify Aether commissions. Indeed, we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of Aether. One couldn't go anywhere near without being tempered. As such, we only study the tower from afar and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the Saprat bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that allow soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Oh. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the aetheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilising dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their aetheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Yeah, His Excellency, is that a dragon then, I guess? Soon we will be able to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. So I can go there and it won't affect me. Whatever it is, just leave it to me. What exactly that is it that you need me to do? Better than have my blood drawn. Yeah, I'll ask them, what do I need to do? As long as it doesn't involve two meandering side quests. Nothing complicated, I assure you. We ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I will first test how well your blessing shields you. With your permission, of course. Okay. In that case, the young Joe and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with a bit more hands. We will be grateful for any assistance you can provide. Looks like we're on the move again. Let's see if we can find a way to stop the primal influence, I guess. At least for a short while. If you're ready, then let's put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the great work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. Look how small this all is. I love it. It's so adorable. Alright. Good luck at the test. I shall remain here to assist the other alchemists. Okay. Oh, let's get on our testing hats on, our testing clothes, because we are again heading into the meat of it, I guess. Well, they said turn right, but I don't really know how to follow directions. If only I could fly, but I don't think I have that ability yet, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah, and the closest apricots, you know, they're all in this area up here, so looks like we're not doing that for a while. I assume they said leave the Great Work and then turn right at the nearest hill. So... and we're finally here when it's sunny too. This is the first time we've seen this. It's really cool. Oh, hold on. Well, I like the music quite a bit. Yeah, I am wondering what this like giant palace is out in the background. Either it's a dungeon or it's just like an arena or something. But for now, we're going up here and there seems to be a lot of structures up here. A drunken deeper. You see a lantern designed in the local style. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat and tears and many a sleepless night, the drunken deeper. A deeper is a lantern presented to gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, they will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of aether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe aether sickness. For your test, you'll be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Oh, I'm gonna get like blast of aether sickness. Oh, please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Oh, here we go then. Commencing aetheric exposure testing. Repeat, commencing aetheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance. You are not the subject. Follow the drunken deeper's lead and try not to fall behind. Oh, okay, here we go. It's really moving, isn't it? Well, this is cool. I like this quest. They found some really cool ways to do side quests in Endwalker, which I quite like. Readying aether, please stand back. Oh, stand back. Oh, actually stand back. Okay. Ready to discharge. Okay. Warning, discharging aether. Oh, I'm okay. You were struck by a powerful blast of aether, but suffer no ill effects. That wasn't too bad. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomachs. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. This is the best escort mission ever, because I'm the one being escorted in this case. No, but this and the and like the traveling the town like tour thing are really cool additions to Endwalker, and I hope we get to see a lot more in later expansions. Readying aether, please stand back. Okay. Okay, let's see if we get offended by this. No, we're good. You should by no blast of aether, but for no ill effects. Yeah, because we got the blessing, I guess. Maybe that's why we were as affected by aether sickness as the other two were when we first came here. Subject stomach and bowel incapably holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. I don't actually think I'll be following a lantern in Endwalker, but here we are. Oh god, all this climbing. Oh! Nearly fell to my death there. Oh, it's getting cloudy. And it's starting to rain. Good. Right. Oh, I'm okay. You are struck by yet another powerful blast of aether, but suffer no ill effects. The blessing ally appears to be keeping you safe from harm. Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll give one more test. Subject fortitude rating, impressive. No regularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for fire discharge. This fucking music, I love it. Right. The last one. Hopefully I get to keep my my lunch this time. I've already like been nearly sick of my last aether sickness. Oh, You are struck by the strongest blast of Ava yet, but survived completely unscathed. A fair exposure testing concluded. Please clear and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Yeah, I guess we wouldn't really work as a test. Calculations of retaining your composure and your humours. It wouldn't really work as a test because, like, Hydaelyn's blessing is that powerful. We're already basically being tempered by Hydaelyn, so we can't be tempered by others. So I don't think it's going to work with us. Ah, you've returned, and not on your knees. Promising sign, but come. Let me take you to the depot off your hands. Having exhausted all its Ava, drunken depot is now having a well-earned rest. Yeah, good. I'm happy for that depot. It deserves that rest. Thank you. I shall replenish its Ava before we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or nothing of the sort. You're feeling perfectly fine. Yeah? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your Ava. With this, we can request your aid with a task ahead of easy hearts. Shadowed footsteps. Nadana regards you with the eyes you could drown in. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for its spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I'd like you to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnapping, however, we Arcus Adara travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I'll compensate you for your troubles, of course. Alright, no problem. I mean, I'll probably do it for free too, to be fair, but let's go on it, shall we? I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let's head to Kujara's footsteps. It is situated on the road that runs east of the Great Work. Quite nice. The road of east. Well, okay, that over there. Okay, I see. We'll head over there then. What a wonderful island this is. You know, for about 90% of my time being here, it's either been raining or it's been night. I barely experienced the sun at all. I think the first time I saw the sun was for 2 minutes at the beginning of this area, and that was it. Then it became sunny, then it became raining, and very wet. I need to have to constantly like dry my gear. It's horrible. I may be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Are we? Gasp! Look out, Sigma! Oh my lord! You really think you can fight the Warrior of Light and John Elephant? Wow. Unfortunately for you, you're about to die. So. Well, Senna, you're putting not too bad of a fight, admittedly. Well, you should be dead by now. The amount of time that soldier was alive for was too much. But now we're good. We're done now, though. Gods, but that gave me a fight. Defeated the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Planet Sister, I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope. Good, let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. I would assume that the elephant people will be able to handle themselves quite well, but I guess not. I guess the tempered Imperial soldiers are too much. It's kind of sad when you think about it too, that they're tempered like this. Like, the Imperials have families, they have, you know, they're soldiers conscripted to do all this stuff, but they've kind of been forced to do this against their will, and we're killing them for it. Obviously, there's nothing they can be done about it, but it's still sad to think about. Oh, this is a cool looking area. And here we are, Kujara's footsteps. Kujara was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is the spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will say about harvesting it once, if you'd be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers are not like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty good at keeping stuff safe for the most part, although we'll see what happens. I like the peacocks here. Oh yeah, they are like, look, you can see the dancing things. That's cool. This is where dancers come from as a form, I wonder? I'll go at the home as quickly as I can. Please stand guard for me. I know dances also existed in the first, so which is where they were first introduced, but yeah, it's cool. They also have some like actual lore in our world too, in the source. Couldn't we have chosen a time when it wasn't raining, Nidana? It's so wet here. Look how soggy I am right now. I'm a soggy log. Soggy dragon. A soggy dragon sounds
that would be Raja
sad.
Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, this whole tower thing. What could you tell me about the satrap? Do you trust the satrap? I wouldn't question their trust and their faith in it. Let's just ask what they know about it.
Well, he is the most important person in Rajasthan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra.
Arkasoda. Oh, I
When
thought
the
that.
Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
And Hio is humans, I think, right?
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Rajasthan to thrive all these years.
Yeah. But I guess when the tower appeared, that all changed.
And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
Oh, it's an honourable cause. I like that the amount of faith they have in their people.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Where's the Stinny? We haven't seen him. I think he's generally been like just dissected by these people. No, Fan Daniel, what are you doing here then, eh?
Come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
Fan Daniel, no,
I
now is not
seem
the time
to
for you to
recall
be
a
here.
similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen?
Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Was that you who did it? Oh, hold on, was it?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plan.
I just remembered Owen is the person who we saw on the recording for when we were trying to work out how to stop tempering.
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal?
No, Mr. Daniel, you're not getting in the way of this.
Complications be damned. For we cannot escape the nature
Also,
of
why is this moving
our
right now? It's really
souls.
creepy.
And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
No, no! You crazy bastard! You can't just come in here and ruin all of this. He doesn't even care. He can just appear whenever he wants to. He's gonna like drop a meteor on us or something. I've had enough spirit weed. This lasts us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let's get back to the great work, shall we? Okay, that was some good lore about that at hand, though. I'm wondering where we're going to go there in the story. Obviously not now, because I think these little interludes are not very long. They're usually about an hour to 2 hours. And then we get back to the main story after that. I don't even know if we're going to go to the tower or not. I mean, I guess we are, maybe, but I guess we'll see. Would it be a dungeon for that? Would it be an instance? Will we deal with the lunar primals inside? Because I know I'm not going to waste one of the trials on something like this. It's going to be something more important to the actual main story. And it might be like, but Flower, this might be essential to the main story. I'm sure it might. I'm sure we might get like a way to deal with tempering and stuff. But this is definitely the game being like, okay, let's have a little bit of fun, like, side content before the big stuff goes down and shit hits the fan. Because I am enjoying Favness so far, but this is definitely the chill out content, knowing that the devs could still make optional and, you know, little fun areas, and then we're gonna get into the shit. So yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. I mean, Fan Daniel's here, so I'm sure shit's about to hit the fan, but we'll see. It's notable that he mentioned Owens too, which is the person who, Owen, I mean, who is the elegant researcher who tried to find a way to stop tempering. And I'm guessing he had some involvement in stopping that research. Tigpa, my thanks again for your assistance. For your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. Oh, I hear a metal guy behind me. A boy's errand. Let her doesn't harden know that she is about to send you on another errand. Oh, I guess I know though, because the game just told me. If you'll excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you're both back. Excellent. Oh, I was a little kid again. I have a message for you, Mistress Nidana. It would seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low. Oh. What? But when last I looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that hours before Youngji told everyone about their tempering cure, and instead shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it for me to stop complaining, but we'll need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. I think I see where this is going. Sigma, loath though I am pressing no attack on you so soon, might as I ask you to go to fetch the Giant Skull. In case you're not familiar, Giant Skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and aetherical conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it was found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more? Sure, I'm already here for it. Like, don't even try and persuade me after anyway. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zenua. He'll furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand on my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of hamster, Mistress Nidana? By all means, do try and be patient with them, those that survived are still in training. I'll bring the hamster to the entrance. Meet the bear when you're ready. Should we send it out a young aura like this? I don't know. I mean, if you think you'll be safe, sure, but it's a child. I don't like that we're getting emotionally attached to both of these characters. I think something might happen. Fingers crossed it doesn't though, and everything will be fine here. Ah! I see you, Mr. Plus Quest. Where are you? You down there? Okay, let's do this quickly, shall we? Alchemist or dancer? Callumuk is concerned about a colleague. Do you have a moment, adventurer? One of our colleagues have gone missing. She said she was going to Kajawa's footsteps to get a bit of exercise, but she hasn't come back. I'll go search for her, but it's almost time for a shift change, and I can't very well leave the kiln to operate itself. Could you find her adventure for me? I will get on that, mate. You don't even have to say the word. You're too kind. She should be in Kajawa's footsteps. Keep an eye out for a hire with black hair. I'm sure she'll be happy to see you. She was out the last time you were by, and she was devastated that she missed out a chance to meet the adventurers, aiding the students of Baldassian. Oh yeah, sure, I'll get on that then. Not very often you get to meet not only the students of Baldassian, but also a fully fledged working warrior of light. And I guess it is just Warrior of Light in the source. In the first, it's the Warrior of Darkness, but in here, it's kind of like the equal balance, the opposite of it. Wait, no, this is the wrong thing. This is the main quest. Shit. Here the hamster think about. The creatures look familiar. It's because they are close kin to your Eorzu and Dodos. Hands have long been kept as livestock in Favner, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, of what largest these were recently raised by monsters from the tower. When a cow said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant host has repurposed its remnants as an outpost. This is where my errand takes me, and the destination is but a stone's throw away. If you've no objections, let us make a way for the outpost. We set forth at your word. I will, but not now. I'm doing a side quest. I will do that after I do this first. Oh, so we've been to before. Okay, good. Making our way back to the area of the dancer statues, I guess. No, but what I said before was we're not technically the Warrior of Darkness in the source because we were fighting to bring back the darkness. But here, the balance is that we need to bring light back. So we had Warrior of Light. In the first, we fight Ledibus, he becomes the Warrior of Light to fight us as the Warrior of Darkness, but that doesn't make the Warrior of Light in itself evil. It's just a balance point. Like, it's just, he sees it as nothing more than, morally it isn't good, but statistically it is what has to be done. And I understand that. It makes Ledibus a very interesting character, although not morally right. That's why Emmett's also interesting because he has his own morals and stuff, and they're different in that respect. But anyway, we're here. Hello. I am the warrior you were looking for. What do you mean I need to get back to work? Oh, have I been doing that long? I should really go. But I was hoping to get a better look at the stage before I left. I'm sure you're busy, but could you assist me for a moment? Oh. Thank you. I'll inspect the walls, so could you make the stages in order? I think the stage is in order. Make sure it's fully functioning, I guess. Oh, this pillow over here is quite nice. It's a nice shade of pink. I like the flowers on it, obviously. But yeah, have a little look at it. Some of the paint is worn off. It could use a fresh coat. There's a flag here too. The cloth wavers electricity in the wind, no problem. So we're not flag, I meant cloth. Where's the last one? Oh, here. Very close to the edge of the platform, very good. The symbols are very nice. I like them a lot. There's a small hole in the floor. That can't be good. No, it can't be. This place has seen better days, I guess, then. I think you lied about inspecting the walls. You just want me to do your work for you, because you haven't moved at all. Any problems? The floor and the paint? I'll have to fix them the next time I come by. Thank you for checking. You know, it seems odd that I've never met you until now. You wouldn't happen to be an adventure set by the students of Baldessian, would you? Yes, I am. You are? And anyone else delegating you menial tasks? If I had known, I've always admired travellers like you. You see, I was studying to become a dancer under Mistress Nashmere at one time. Oh, we know who she is. If you don't know, there's a job quest where you meet Mistress Nashmere, I think. I wanted to see the realms I travelled for performances. Maybe I still can. Not a dancer, of course, but an alchemist. Oh, but we should hurry back to the great work. I don't want to cause any more trouble than I already have. That's a cool little touch. I like that. They've connected the lore for the class quest like that. That's clever. It does make me question. So in Shadowbringers, we had Vol quests because it would take way too much effort to do individual quests for each of the classes at that point. There were so many. So what they did was they made them Vol quests, which is where you have a DPS, 2 DPS quests, a tank, and a healer quest. And I'm wondering how they did that for Endwalker. I guess we'll find out at some point, but with Shadowbringers it made sense. You were fighting the Cardinal Virtues, the original Warriors of Light of that world, so it makes sense that you would be killing them or bringing them to peace, and you met a lot of colourful characters in them, and it made sense. I'm wondering how they're going to do that in Endwalker because there's no like similarly structured like characters we could work with. I guess we'll find out because that was also after the plus quest and the first dungeon, so we'll see. Alright. It's nice and sunny here now, at least. Well, at least for the last little bit of this area. I stopped for 5 seconds and it stopped raining. Nice. And now we're back inside in the shaded area. Surprised how much rain you get here. There you are. I heard you helped my colleague of her stage inspection while you were out. It's greatly appreciated. She really looks up to your kind, you know. She lost her chance to become a dancer due to an unfortunate injury. Ah, that's cool. Okay, so in Nude I did a dancer quest done, and now she's working to heal the sick and injured as an alchemist. She was happy to meet you, and as am I. Here, a token of our thanks. An Ava code? You really shouldn't have. Cheers, mate. Right, now we are going to continue the main quest. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, look at that, it's a rainbow. That's really cool. Wow. Rainbow all the way. That's really cool because, like, I guess it's there because it was raining. Yeah, it's gone now. That's a really cool little touch there. I enjoy that. You're ready? Let's depart. You need only ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead of yours to follow. Mount the hamster, shout to the outpost. Oh. Oh, nice. Ah! That looks so uncomfortable. Let's be off. If you haven't been dodos before, be warned they are Goblin Gate. Ah! I know, look, I'm having a good time right now. This is cool though, us going like on a little path together like this. A spectacular formation stretching out over the waters called Khadgar, a word which means the sword holder will wielded by Mansur against the mug before it's cast down at conflict's end. I like the that we've got fixed cameras right now, this is cool. Okay, now I don't think we are fixed anymore. Wow, they're doing such a good job of like the quests here, making them interesting. To the left, and require no introduction is the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small isle. I'm getting lots of EXP for discovering new places, I see. Almost there, where the main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff. The outpost to the south is on the beach. We are uncovering a lot of the map by now. I'm not gonna get aggro right now, I'm my honest enemy. No, I'm good. Can't go in the first person either right now, I guess. Because of all these lovely chocobo things, and I'm having a time right now with it. We did it! And there they go. My ass is sore. My ass. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host's outpost as our first line of defense against the tower. Yeah. I mean, this tower sucks, but I'm glad we have a place now at least to get close to it and have a look. Been as close as you've ever been to one too. But look at these guys. Well, well, who should it be but young Yat Vashon on an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. Wow, look at how cool these guys look. We simply do our duty. We are honoured to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm for these past few days, this remains the front line of battle. No place for children. Yeah. Your predecessor too often travelled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since he took over? I wonder how that fellow is faring. Like those before him, went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may be now, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in Satrap is unwavering, but still I worry for you. Yeah, I said this before, I don't know why he's making a child do all of this. We should be overcome with sadness if someone were before you, so for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdeen. Thank you. It's like a little brother. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of him. Look at the lighting right now. Permit me to introduce Sigmar Ivis of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what's the situation like? There's so many of them. There's one in Modona. Oh, you don't know what Modona is. May I suggest you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties will stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We'll be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Vasham the latest report and answer my question, any questions you may have. Oh yeah, look at the clouds in the background now, they look really cool. All appears quiet at the tower at the moment. I dare say the soldiers won't mind if you approach them. Yeah, for now though. Hopefully nothing bad happens. The last monster that came out of the tower laid waste to the hatchery, slaughtering many good of Hamza. The poor creatures didn't deserve it. No, look how adorable they are. This is the fellow that carried you hither. Its weaving is so ragged, perhaps due to his inexperience as a mount. Okay, I was glad it didn't call me fat or something. Vigbar is reasonably thin, is what I would say. Ah, I've heard of you. The visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Tolotheroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower, and they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. Well, they just want to destroy the world. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet we won't let these bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Yeah, that's a good mentality to have, I think. Abdeen, it occurs to me I've yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with hereafter unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, still got to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions, they came in fourth. We had to pay a heavy price. What is the towers in Eorzea? Do you let like spawn monsters? Yeah, we had to deal with them at one point. So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside help to be answered. Yeah, this tower is very noticeable. I mean, this area was designed to have the tower in mind too. We've got to understand that. So they can make this very visually appealing. But with the towers in Eorzea, they weren't designed to have those there. So putting them there, they had to be very careful about how they placed them and where they placed them to not, like, you know, obstruct the views and stuff. Like, imagine people who got to Endwalker and decided then to order plus content. Like, they just had these towers in the background for a lot of it. It's weird, but it makes sense. It is noticeable they don't have the towers in areas where you have a lot of plus quests, like the whole like Omega, Alexander, and the Coil stuff is mainly the towers are absent, so I think they might have been putting the less, you know, busy places purposely. We wish to know about the tower. To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower Zot, as folks have been taking to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Nauna. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and it'll expose itself to its corrupting aether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are you dealing with the tower on your homeland? There's quite a few towers on our homeland, but we don't know yet, that's why we're here. Our struggles are not unique, then our hopes still lie with the talismans. Must keep the constants contained until they're ready. Yep, fingers crossed, good stuff will happen from this. Yeah, so we can't go too close to the tower. I'm wondering if it's going to be a dungeon at some point then. Let's see if we're going to go into one of these towers and try and get through it. Not now though, because I think we've got to get back to base first before we even attempt a dungeon. And this would be a cool place for the first one though, I think. Finished speaking to soldiers, have you? I hope it was enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Radsad Han ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream died up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst a dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But Come, you had best to see to your own original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamza, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. To me again. Yeah, it was nice to meet you, Varshan. The game wants me to mount the Hamza again. In a second, we'll have a look at this. There's an Ava nearby. Yeah, there is. Okay, we'll get this quickly. There's the moon. John Endwalker's over there. Keep calling it John Endwalker, but I'm betting the moon has something to do with all this stuff that's transpiring. I think the moon is a 3D model too. It makes it more imposing and a lot bigger than our moon is. Oh, this is sad. This whole place has basically been destroyed by the Lothroy's minions. Oh, no, don't do that, Digbar. Oh god, I'm inside the current! Oh, I'm gonna get grapes everywhere! Okay, southeast. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's in the cliff area, so I don't think we can go there yet. Whee! I think the way they might do this is we'll get the talismans and then we'll go back to Charlotte and do the other quest, and then after that we'll come back here and do that dungeon until the tower. That's how I think they might do it. But the Hamza appears to want to return home. Reluctantly offers you its back. Should you become separated from your seed, speak of the Radiant Beastkeeper, the Hamza hatchery, mount it again. Okay. Now I can actually ride it. Nice. Okay, so we're going over here. We should be okay, Mr. Hamza. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. But like I said, I think after this, like, we're gonna be told the talisman isn't ready yet. Go do your other quest before that. So we're gonna go back to Charlayan and do the other quest, and then we'll find out that the tower has become active again, and we're gonna come back here and go do a dungeon here. I think this will be a good first place for the dungeon. This place is very pretty at night. I mean, the moon looks really cool, and the tower, while it's kind of imposing, it does look really cool too. We've got this giant cliff thing in the background as well. I hope we get to meet some dragons here. They were kind of absent in Shadowbringers, so not really having them was kind of sad. No, but me and this Hamza have become best buds now. Not as good as Persimmon, but close enough. Ah, here we go. Okay, he wants me to ride over here and then I can get off, I think. As soon as you arrive, then the Hamza dashes off. Oh, this is okay, very cool looking area. Look at this. Love the culture here. It's very interesting. We have to get to work nice and early here. After all, the sun's rays are far too strong on midday to get anything done. Although it doesn't stop us from being made to work till dusk anyway. Of course, once we dig enough, I bet it'll be lovely and cold down there. Wonder if there isn't anything we can do to speed things up. I know how it feels to be hot right now. The weather has been pretty hot the last few days here in the old United Kingdom. And I bet it's only going to get hotter with summer coming around more. Aye, this is indeed the Giant Scowl's grounds. And I'm Zaynua. Is there something you require? Yeah, I need a water scowl or something, whatever it's called. Giant Scowl, not water scowl, Giant Scowl. For the Alchemist, you say? But of course they shall have it. They labour tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Oh, nice. Well, that was simple. But before I talk to you, there's another Ava account over here. Let's get it quickly. Okay, we're gonna go around. Oh, this little quarry, yeah, it's cool looking. If you excavate exclusively from the bottom, the whole quarry is like the collapsed sea. That's why I'm planning to mine what I can from the top, but I need to build up the courage to climb this ladder first. I like the idea of this whole place as being an island. Like, it's all one map. It's not like interconnected by other maps. Like the first, where it's all just one big area. It's very different in that respect. Like, it's all very linear areas, but I'm assuming we'll be back here at some point. So I don't think it's gonna be linear for long. There we go. tipping the scale, Zainoa has a giant sack of giant scale for you. Lovely. Here you are, a sack of the purest giant scale. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. Thank you. When you deliver, let the good folk of the great work know that you were grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Very good. Oh, that was simple. I could employ the old walk back, but I do have the power of teleportation, luckily, so let's use that, shall we? Gonna have a little talk then, I guess. Like Nintendo says, just try and tip scales a little bit. Hey, welcome back, Sycamore. Dare I hope you have the giant scale. Yes, I do. It was a simple enough process of, you know, riding a chocobo and getting my balls bashed, but outside of that, oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We have everything we need to make our next prototype. One that should be capable of passing our most vigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. I thought I was going to play the Shadowbringers theme for a second there, and it began very similarly, but no, it's just this one. It'd be a cool time for Hylian to appear. Or Estinian. Well, I think Estinian's been, like I said, I think he's been dissected, so I think he's gone. Banquid, maybe? Young Jay?
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Hey, buddy! Oh, hey, everyone. Estinian is alive after all, then.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
Yeah. I agree.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
It's been worked to the bone a little bit.
Of the Far East, of Thavner. Children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
Yeah.
Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration.
It's certainly a conflict.
The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Yeah. From my point of view.
And spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts?
Shit. That's a really deep
Our
line.
nights black as pitch, bereft of hope. And no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
Fuck. 14?
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
I like this little
Indeed.
debate we're having right now.
I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
Yeah. So no scions die.
As will I.
Okay? No character.
Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
I'm a cocoon too. Yeah, I mean, he's... Hey! I see, motherfucker! No! You motherfucker! Yeah, chase him down! Fan Daniel! He's not a fan of Daniel, but he's fucking here!
What is it? What did you see?
John Daniel. Only one person wears unfashionable clothes like that.
If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
And he's gonna release her.
The vessel holds! This is the one!
Oh? Have they got it?
Last.
Well, let's not worry about it for now. Let's just be happy they got what they wanted. I think I'm interested by the fact that Fan Daniel hasn't intervened yet.
We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments.
Huh.
We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Nice. Oh, it's got all your little symbols on it too.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place. To accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Wow, okay, well,
Should
I guess
the
we're
scale
doing that
prove
then.
effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
No, we have a way to stop reverse tempering anyway, so we can just get Alice to bring a boxer here. So if it doesn't come to that, oh, you needn't ask. No, no, what the fuck?
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
I mean, it's a great sacrifice, but I appreciate her wanting to do it for us.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next.
That's a good way of explaining
Our
it.
work must continue.
And even then, if you do get tempered, we can just use a proxy to bring you back. So it won't be the end of the world. But I have faith in it. Hopefully nothing bad will
Keep an eye on
happen.
the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Okay. Well, I hope it does work out, but I think that'll be something for the next part of this. This is quite a lot longer than the other choice roads. I think the other choice roads were around 2 hours, not too long. I don't know if we're close to the end, but I think this is a good stopping point for the next part of this. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back for more Endwalker next time. At least the Shadowbringer's there. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.